guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Cherie. If you're new here, thank you for clicking on this video today. And in today's video, we are talking about Netflix Self-Made, which was inspired by the life and story of Madam C.J. Walker, who is accredited for being the first female millionaire in the United States. So let's get started. So I saw the previews for this movie and I was like, oh, Madam C.J. Walker. I was interested in it, but then I was kind of like leery because it looked good, but then I was like, okay, it piqued my interest. I wasn't like overly excited, but I was like, I'll watch it. And given that everything that's happening right now, we ain't got nothing but time. So yeah, just watched it. And I thought initially that it was going to be like, a movie. And then I found out like, no, it's not a movie, it's a series. But there's only 4 episodes. I was thinking it was going to at least be 10, but no, it was only 4 episodes. And episodes were like, what, an hour? Was it 45 minutes, an hour? So I felt like they left out a lot. First of all, oh, I'm gonna kick my stand. The story just felt fake. Even not knowing a lot, like I knew who Madam C.J. Walker was. I knew what her legacy was. But I didn't know a lot of details surrounding her life and where she grew up and how I know she was in the beauty, in the beauty industry, but I didn't know particular details about, how she got there and, what that looked like. So I was hoping that this movie would give me some insight into that, and it did not. It just felt fake the entire time. And basically it was, and they put the word in there, inspired by. So it wasn't, I think we're getting the two confused where it's like, this is inspired by means we're taking a little bit and just adding some drama and fiction into it, where in a movie like Ray, where it felt like it was real events that was happening in his life. And this movie, a lot of this stuff didn't even happen, and if it did happen, it was twisted in such a way that was like, what is going on? Like, for example, the lady, I think her name was Addie Monroe in the movie, which is based on based on a real life person. Her name is Annie, I forgot. It starts with an A. But they didn't have a colorism issue. There wasn't a colorism issue. They were competitors, I believe. I did a little research afterwards. And apparently Annie was actually the first millionaire before Madam C.J. So yeah, so that whole colorism thing, and that just seemed really fake from the get-go. Even with me not knowing of ever heard of the Annie character, that just seemed fake. And then it was like the boxing scene. What, like, for this period piece that you're doing, you're putting in boxing, and it just seemed like it wasn't meshing well together. And the other thing that I had down was the music. Like, the music was just, I think they was playing like current times music, where it just didn't mesh well together. And I get what they were trying to do, but it just, for me, it wasn't working. Like and they didn't use like whistle while you twerk while in the movie, but just music like that didn't belong in this movie. And they just put current music in there. And then Tiffany Haddish in this movie wasn't a good addition. And Tiffany Haddish has been getting a lot of backlash in a recent year or so, just for not being funny and being buffoonish. Ghetto is what they call her, and playing the same role over and over again, which I don't agree with all of that. I agree that she does play the same character over and over, and I would like to see her explore other roles. But her in this movie just seemed out of place. Like, they wanted to add some type of comedic relief, and it just wasn't. It felt forced. It felt, outlandish, and just not good. So she wasn't a good addition to the film. Then This film was produced by LeBron James, and I think Octavia had a hand in it as well. I think Queen Latifah. I don't know. I wanted to know more. Like, don't get me wrong, the film was inspirational. Like, I'm mad inspired. I come from a family of entrepreneurs, and I have an entrepreneurial spirit in me that's just dying to get out, but I don't know, just what lane exactly. I have an idea of what I want to do. But a lot of times I'm like extra lazy and tired. But I have that entrepreneurial spirit in me. I want to, have multiple streams of income, especially given what's happening right now. Like, I want to do that. I want to work for myself. I want to hire other people. I just don't really know how I'm going to get there yet. And once I figured it out, and then that's a different story. But so I was mad inspired by it. But I wanted to know about her childhood. Like, they had scenes from, her family like on a cotton field, and just flashbacks of stuff. We didn't see any of her childhood. We start off with her first husband, him beating her up. That's where we started. Like, they didn't show any of her childhood, and they didn't have to spend a lot of time there, but you start from her as a little girl or something. Let us know how she got there. Because I read that her parents died really young, and then just some other stuff that was going on that they could have included in this film, and they did not. So that was a little bit disappointing. So I read that I think the great-great-granddaughter was a part of it, but then she wasn't really happy with the direction that the film ended up going. And I don't know how true that is, but if that was my grandmother and they made up stuff about her life and she's this great woman, I would be upset. Like, include the real stuff. Like, you can embellish a little bit, but just drastic stuff like adding colorism storylines and just, no, that's not what you do to someone who is as iconic as Madam C.J. Walker. So I really thought that, they did a disservice to her legacy. I mean, it made me as a researcher go out there and, just investigate, do a quick Google search about what actually happened, because it felt so far-fetched for me. So if that was their goal, then yes. And I also felt inspired. So I said those things. But just, I want to see the real story. And her mansion, like, I want to go visit there now. That's, that was a good from the movie. I want to go there. I read that it's going to become a think tank for female entrepreneurs. I don't know if it's just Black female entrepreneurs or all women. But I would like to go see that. I've always had this idea in my mind of just living this life, not this life, but just living this life. And through her, I saw a part of that. So yeah, I got some good from the film, and there was a lot of bad, but I got some good from it. And yeah, those are my thoughts. Let me know what you thought of the movie if you watched it. And yeah, we'll chat below. As always, you guys be blessed, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.